Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a leader that I kind of often just forget about when thinking about Civ 6, and that's Victoria. Victoria leads the English, one of 4 leaders, and she gets her own persona, and the developers really showed some love to England as a playable Civ in this version of Civ, and it's kind of a shame that they're really boring to play in my opinion. Their ability is super loaded up and powerful, but not really like game stretching, deciding. It doesn't push you in any certain way. Let's talk about their bonuses. England gets the Workshop of the World ability, where iron and coal mines accumulate 2 more resources per turn. Military engineers are 100% faster to build, and they're just better. And buildings that get extra yield when they're powered, such as your research labs, your broadcast centers, your factories, get an extra 4 of their yield when they are powered, and you get 20% production bonuses towards industrial zone buildings. Your harbors allow you to get extra strategic resource stockpiled instead of encampments. And so, wow, that's like a kind of a pushed ability. You've got so much going on here. This is based around like Victoria much more than Eleanor or Elizabeth, so this is going to help their personas a lot more than it's going to help in an Elizabeth or an Eleanor game. England also gets the Royal Navy Dockyard, and you know me, if you've watched my channel for enough time, you know how much I love harbors. The Royal Navy Dockyard is just a better version of a harbor. It's cheaper, like all unique districts, and all units in it get 1 movement, and you get 4 loyalty on foreign continents with it, and you get major adjacencies from foreign continents with it. So it's just a pushed harbor. It's really good. This is good for an expansive empire, and that's what Victoria plays into really hard. So you're just going to be building this in every single coastal city. This is a super useful, unique district. You just love it. Harbors rule. Harbors are the best. The unique unit is the Sea Dog, a privateer replacement that's stronger. It can capture ships and convert them. I just don't care at all about this. Naval combat's not really a thing in this game, and usually I just ignore it, because your other bonuses are strong. You don't need this. But wait, there's more! Age of Empire base game Victoria gets the Red Coat, a line infantry replacement, which is a weird unit tier that gets 5 more strength. It's 10 more strength, which is the total of 15 when fighting in a foreign continent, which is very pushed, super strong. That's stronger than an infantry, I believe. And when you found a city on a foreign continent, you get it for free. However, how much are you really getting out of that bonus? Are you really founding cities that late into the game? By the time you get line infantry, are you founding cities for 1 population, or are you just taking over cities? You might get like 2, 3, 4 of these, and that's okay. That's pretty good. But you're mostly just going to be mowing over cities and not founding. It's a good line infantry, and that's a unit that goes out of favor pretty quickly, but it does last longer than most line infantry. I don't know what to think about this. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just don't use it much. I don't go out of my way to say, oh my god, red coats. It's just there. Victoria also has 2 personas. First, Age of Empire Victoria, which from now on I will call Base Game Vicky. Base Game Vicky is the only one who gets the red coat. Your cities on a foreign continent get a free melee unit. The first city founded on a foreign continent get a free melee unit. That needs to get pushed up. And you get a trade route capacity. Your cities on a foreign continent that finish a harbor get a free naval unit, so you're going to end up with way more naval units than you normally would. And this is just okay. It helps when playing expansive to be defensive, and it gives you a small, tiny economic advantage, but Base Game Vicky is really only getting by on her England ability. England's abilities are pretty strong, and that carries her a bit. Redcoats aren't that good, and Pax Britannica, her ability, is also not that good. And in my opinion, because of this, she's completely overshadowed by her big sister, who we will now refer to from now on. Age of Steam Victoria is essentially the only Victoria in the game. There's no reason to play Base Game Vicky at all. Age of Steam Victoria gets 10% production in every city for each industrial zone building in that city, and that adds up to a 30% production bonus due to your workshop, your factory, and your power plant. And you also get 2 production, which is, in my opinion, the most important bonus, 2 production on strategic resources that are unimproved as well. So production is king, and Vicky does it best. If you get a horse tile, that's like a 3 food, 3 production tile without being improved. It's like a grassland horse. It's crazy. Vicky does production the best out of any leader. You get so many production bonuses. You get better horses, better iron, better niter, better coal. You get better factories. Don't forget you get a +4 bonus on those factories. You get to build wonders faster. You get to build districts faster. You get to build builders faster, units faster. Age of Steam Victoria can absolutely zoom through space race projects. She is one of the strongest leaders in the game, without a doubt. Both Victorias play in pretty much exactly the same way, so you should really only be playing Age of Steam Victoria. If you aren't expanding, you ain't doing it right. You get so many bonuses for having late game buildings that if you have conquered, which is very easy to do with free melee units or the extra production, by the time you get power online, your yields are going to jump through the moon, which is already going to happen because you've conquered most of the world or you have 1 billion cities. They're a super win more civ. Base game Victoria struggles early game because you have no early game bonuses and you really have to leverage that econ bonus from those trade routes, and once you get the Royal Navy dockyards, you have to expand off of your continent, and you're really not going to get enough free units to care. Once you get to redcoats, take over most of your landmass, you're going to be fine, but it's not guaranteed that you're going to excel. However, Age of Steam Victoria has no early game problems, and once you find your local horse or iron, you have more production than your neighbors. Once you rush to apprenticeship, the game's over. God of Craftsman is also a really sick combo with her, getting production on all mine improvements, so it's just you're outproducing everybody. Both Victorias are most suited for going for a domination victory, and you just get so much for conquering either production or free units, so don't sleep on their potential to get science. The +4 yields for powered buildings combined with Einstein is going to set your science to explode, but it comes really late compared to other leaders. A lot of leaders let you know how to warp the game from the get-go, and Vicky really doesn't come online until about Renaissance or Industrial Era. Diplo is also a choice with Age of Steam Victory due to the power of production, and in my opinion, other victory conditions should not be considered. They get an 8 out of 10. Age of Steam gets an 8 out of 10 for Conquest and a 7 out of 10 for Science. Base game Vicky gets a 6 out of 10 for Conquest and a 5 out of 10 for Science. The other victory conditions just don't work. Base game Victoria is like a B tier civ, only due to the power of England, and there's no reason to ever play her. Age of Steam is an S tier leader, but supremely boring. I don't find myself playing England often, and if I do play England, I'd rather play Elizabeth. But if you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.